CDT. 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 Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm an Eyes 78 in the house. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? Don't feel neglected, Mark. I'm here. I had to go down in the laundry room get me something to drink for the show. Got to have some hydration going on. But I'm here. I'm here. How you been? How you been? How you been? We here. Y'all know how we do around here. It's about to be all the way live. What is going on? Hope everything has been well. Y'all, it's been a lot going on. I ain't even gonna lie, it's been a lot going on, especially with this interview we about to take a look at. This has been the talk all day. You feel better now? Okay. Y'all, this has been the talk all day long on social media about this interview that Cam Newton did with K Michelle. Now, this is the thing. I've been watching people, talk about this all day, and nobody has watched the full interview. Everybody, just kind of cherry picked which particular part they wanted to talk about. It seemed like all the men talked about the same damn piece. But y'all know what we do. We love Cam over here, even though he a hot mess right now. We love Cam, and we going through the whole thing just like we did with Auntie Iyanla and Dr. Bryant. We going in deep, y'all. We going in deep. It's a little lengthy. It is a shade over 2.5 hours, but we are going to watch it on accelerated speed. Yeah, because some of this I can guarantee y'all ain't really important. I can guarantee it. But before we get into all of that, let's see who is in the house. We got Cellulite. Okay, Cellulite Podcast. What's going on, Will? We missed you today. You wasn't on, child. I was ready. I was waiting. I was in the midst of some nonsense. I was looking for that pick me up. We got Mark. Hey, Mark. I'm here. Hey, Eric. Eric always on the scene. Always on the scene. Always. All right, y'all. Hey, team. Hey, girl. What's going on? Oh, Lord. He said, let's talk about it. K Michelle trifling. She is. Now, I'm going to say this. Just off the rip, off the beginning. Looks like, do y'all remember that series she had on Lifetime, where she was talking about, all the botched plastic surgery and finding doctors, that would help people fix the damage. I guess she found a couple to help her fix her damage, because she's looking way better than she was. Way better than she was. So I just started raining, y'all, so it's kind of humid. So yeah, she was looking way better than we seen her look previously. But yeah, this I'm gonna use the term loosely, conversation. I don't really get what the point was, but like I said, we gonna watch it. We gonna discuss. Y'all want to come up? Let me know. I will drop the link. Like I said, it's about 2.5 in the box. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into this and see what's being said. Better but still trifling. Yeah, I give you that. Well, let's see what
is an artist, songwriter, entrepreneur by way of restaurants and many other things, and a so-called baker. I present to some and introduce to others, Miss K Michelle. I couldn't wait to press this red button because on camera, baby, we talking about baking.
This is your house, but you can't outbake me. I'm sorry.
Can I do my job now?
Do your job.
Can we talk about you making that manyan with country music, man?
Yes.
Sweetie pie, honey bunches of O's.
I paid for my scholarship. I paid for, let's just say, I went to Florida A&M University.
Fan.
Yes, the best HBCU ever.
Okay.
And I went in and I yodeled.
Okay.
Yole, who that?
I like them shoes.
That was a scholarship?
It wasn't. I made it one. I yodeled. I went into Florida A&M University. I knew in the 10th grade that I wanted to be a rattler. And that's what I was going to do. So I needed a scholarship to pay for school. And I went into this HBCU. And I said, I can sing these songs y'all want me to, but I yodel. And I just remember that basis. They said, what is going on? And I got a scholarship for yodeling. It had never been done in the history ever at Florida A&M University.
Okay.
Can you see why it hasn't been done before?
No.
Because yodeling, in my thought process, is like a Caucasian thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would agree with
that. A person with an old backpack and stand on top.
A backpack to yodel?
A satchel.
Just like you use parchment paper to bake.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm going to try it with you.
So when you yodel, that's not a black thing, though.
No.
That's what.
It's a
Hold
technique. And you know what is crazy?
Hold it. What's wrong with using parchment paper to bake? What's going on with that? I would think that if you have some common sense about yourself and you are using equipment such as a baking pan that's not as what we as black people would call seasoned, you know, where you've used it so many times and it's got so much history that you really don't even have to put nothing in it. You don't have to spray it down with Pam. You ain't got to wipe it down with butter. You ain't got to hit it with that Crisco and flour. Like you ain't got to do nothing but just put your stuff in there and put it on in the oven. It's gonna come out. That take a while. So if you are baking and your pan is not on that level, I would hope that you use some parchment paper. I mean, old folks use wax paper. Some use paper bags, but use something to get your stuff out. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not really understanding where she's going with that. Yeah, please use some parchment paper. Preferably unbleached. I'm just saying, like, I mean, you know, times was, you know what I'm saying, I was in a pinch once. I had to use some butcher paper. It worked though. It worked. This is what happens when you be, you know what I'm saying, you be doing, you know what I'm saying, you be at a man's house and they ain't traditionally doing no baking. You know, they just into they grill and they smoke up. So all they had was butcher paper all over the place. So I had to make it work, but it worked. So I don't really get what she's talking about. But K. Michelle went to college on a scholarship for yodeling. I mean, I gotta give her some credit on that. That's a little innovative. I ain't never really heard of anybody doing that, but I mean, it worked. More power to you. Let's keep rolling.
Even about country music and what's going on, even now, is that defining genres, whether it's R&B, whether it's hip hop, this and that. There are certain things that make a genre. Mm-hmm. And for me, there was a guy named Bob Westbrook. He did Justin Timberlake, because he's from Memphis as well. Britney Spears, a lot of Miss Americas. And I did a lot of Miss America, like, pageants and things like that. Mm-hmm. And what was crazy, I had this big voice. And he went to my mother, Bob Westbrook, and said, because our voice is so big, people, no disrespect, people are going to think she's going to sing Whitney Houston. I would like to give her a technique and something different. And that was yodeling. And my mom was like, yodeling? What do you mean? We in Memphis, Tennessee. You feel like this girl yodel? What are you talking? We don't know what this is. So my mother, being open and just wanted me to be the best regardless of anything, I got to explore a whole different type of life. And I was laughed at all the time because I yodeled and played classical piano.
Oh, that's dope. Mm-hmm. I meditate to classical piano.
You do?
The Beethovens of the world. And okay. I love listening to movie scores.
Okay.
Quincy Jones was a person one person who looked like me that created that type of music too. So his discography is deep and rich in that. 10th grade, you knew you wanted to go to FAMU.
Yes.
Who was the direct person responsible, or what experience was that?
A boy.
Hold it.
You chased a dude?
Hold on. I was in 10th grade. Well,
hold on. That ain't unusual, because I mean that's y'all, what I saw somebody say something about Cam hat. What is that heck? Is that his hair hanging up in the top of that? Is that his hair? Wait, y'all, hold on. Cam, is that your hair, boo?
I was even younger. I met a guy on a church retreat.
Good Lord Jesus, don't use my God like this. My God.
God did that. I met a guy on a church retreat, Brian Reed, and I met him on a church retreat, and he was
Why
from
you
Florida.
put a rag on
and he was like, "When you go to college, you should go to FAMU." So I was always like researching things and all of that. And my father was like, "You going to Ole Miss? They have the best choir, all of this." So I started to research Florida, and I loved Florida A&M. It was a black university. It was ranked high, and I just started to pay attention to being a Rattler. And in 10th grade, when they opened me up my bank account, I got the Rattler on my checks. And I was determined to go to FAMU.
Dang. By the time you got to FAM, was Mr. Reed there?
No, he wasn't even enrolled in college. He ain't never went to college.
So help me and the people understand how he gonna try to direct you, a man that's supposed to be of God or in search or pursuit of God.
Yeah.
And he talking about, I need you to go. I would like for you to go to FAMU. Then all of a sudden, you go to FAMU. He ain't even on that beaten path.
I want that type of love. Like that type of love where you're so delusional. Where is that? So he never went to college. He just lived in the city of the school.
Wait a minute.
And he knew Tallahassee. And he knew that I was like, my parents are really big on me going to college. My dad is.
Wait, hold the phone, y'all. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Did she just say she want delusional love? And we want delusional love. We don't want to be like Mary. We don't want real love. We don't want, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We don't want investment. We don't want stability. We want delusional love. And you decided you wanted to go to Florida A&M to be around a man, a dude rather, who don't even go to college. He just lived in the city. I'm repeating what she had to say. He just lived in the city. So y'all, I be trying. Hey, Dr. Steele, I be trying. Y'all know I am a heavy proponent, a heavy staunch supporter of Black love. But I need to make sense. It got to make sense. And you being in delusion don't make no sense. What's going on, Danny? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping by. We're gonna try this again. This already ain't starting off well, y'all. This already, but let us continue.
Is a college professor. My dad is 82 and he's still a college professor. He's more famous than me in my city. And he knew I was going to college and he was like, come to this college so you can be close to me. And as a young, impressionable girl, I'm like, I'm going to FAMU. But once I started to read about FAMU and everything, I wanted to go to an HBCU. And I was infatuated with FAMU. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going there.
And you went there?
I went there. I became Miss Freshman my first year. And I became Miss Florida A&M University.
They just get that to anybody. Huh?
No, they don't.
I was just joking.
Let me tell you.
Let
me tell you what I would. No, they don't. So I won Miss Freshman. All these rich people had all this money. And I would sing dorm to dorm to get the vote my freshman year.
What song would you sing?
I would sing anything they wanted. And I wrote the whole campus a letter. Because I didn't have the money. And I didn't have all the money spending for candy and all that. I would sing. That was my gift. My freshman year. And I went in and I just remember winning Miss Freshman. And I was just me from Tennessee. They thought I was so weird and so different that by the time I was running for Miss FAMU, it's political even in that. I was running for Miss Florida A&M University. I had pledged Delta Sigma Theta. And I found out I was pregnant after I won Miss Florida A&M University.
And at this particular point in time in life, you had no connection with Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed is not.
No, by the time I got my freshman year and I got there, I had my first engagement ring.
You don't say.
Yes.
Wait,
You get
what?
rings.
I get a lot of rings.
I don't. But
Oh no, you get a lot of other stuff. So I got.
Oh, we
Dude,
started with shade early.
I researched you.
We
Slow
started
down.
with the
Okay.
shade
Slow
early.
down.
This my show. Don't hurt me.
I think you like me here.
No. I love you here.
Okay.
But since the toxic me wants to know what you heard about me, so I can confirm.
Can we be honest in this space?
I'm trying to tell you, you got to tell the truth.
I heard about you leaving the first girl for the stripper, and I was like, oh, that was my first time hearing about you.
Say it one more time.
You left the first girl for the stripper, for your stripper. Not disrespect, because I was a stripper. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Hold it.
I love strippers.
You do love, I love strippers too.
Hold it. Hold up. Rewind. So we just show up with the disrespect. We supposed to be talking about you, and you up here talk about what you heard about him. Who did he leave for the? Because Kia was the stripper. So was it the other girl that was wasn't the girl he was messing with? He was at Auburn. I remember her. She was cute. What you say, Eric? First engagement ring. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. So you wait, because we got to recap. You went to FAMU because of a man. Got that a man wasn't nowhere to be found, but you in less than a year. Because I'm saying you ran, for Miss FAMU and all of that. It takes place in coronation, which is homecoming. Y'all know homecoming being like October, November. So how you get there in August and by November you knocked up? We need to get the info on there. What'd you say? He threw it back though. The shade. But Kim Michelle was a stripper in Memphis and Tallahassee. What? Okay, this is what I don't understand. Hold up, and a side chick in ATL. Listen, I'm trying to understand. If you said was you had a decent upbringing, your parents was active in your life. How all this taking place? Where's the breakdown? I'm confused. Where's the breakdown? She gonna have to hold up, y'all. She gonna have to make some sense because I don't get it right now. I don't get it.
It's an appreciation. I think that's the Atlanta in me.
I was a stripper. I was a stripper after college. After I was Miss FAMU,
What
I
was
was a
your name?
stripper. Piper.
Like Piper?
Yes,
You should have been Yodel. Yodel the Great.
But I only danced to country music.
Wait, what?
And I wore overalls. And I only danced to country music as a stripper here in Atlanta.
You're talking about an experience. See, that's the thing about Atlanta, about like our expectations for experiences when we go into the strip club is different than any other city. Because a lot of people lead with faces and bodies, but Atlanta's the total package.
Yeah.
You gotta have sets. It's like, okay, if you go up the stage with your partner, like it's like a performance arts performance. It's like, oh, she got it going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like from the outfits to, you know what I'm saying?
So imagine being in college, being Miss FAMU, like fighting, the odds, like, Kay, you literally are Miss Florida A&M University. And you're going to have a baby. And I remember being pregnant and walking on campus holding my mom's hand and giving up my title because I had to, giving up my title and saying, I've never played things how they're supposed to, play. And I remember my last year, I walked on campus, had given up my title, and won Miss Florida A&M University and decided to have my child. And I had 21 credit hours and 2 incompletes. And still in 4 years, I still graduated. Top of my class and got in 3 law schools with a baby and everything.
That's dope.
And that's why when people be like crying about circumstances and things, I am the circumstance. And I don't really have, maybe I should be softer, but I don't have a lot of sympathy and things for people because that was my first media scandal, So after that, I dated like a rich nigga.
Okay.
Rich nigga, huge boxer.
All right.
A huge boxer.
Y'all. So we can't let that ride because, you know, again, like I said, folks been cherry picking about what pieces and parts they want to talk about. We need to talk about that. So she just got through saying she got to college, she got knocked up, she had to give up her title. She, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know what I'm saying, she had to been on academic probation somewhere in that process because she was pregnant and missed time and still graduated in 4 years and got into 3 law schools. That's a lot. So she's saying, you know, she don't want to hear all these excuses about why people can't get nothing done. I mean, how do y'all feel about that? I mean, does she have a point, or are times so different now that you couldn't really pull that off in today's society? Look, Dr. Steele, that's what she say. We just, at this point, we're going off the honor system. We're going off whatever, you know what I'm saying, what you telling your story, so we're going to accept your story as being the truth for right now. But the point of what she's saying is, you know, everybody have bumps in the road. It's basically how you get on the other side of the bump is what matters. So, I mean, for that statement, I got to give her credit. But yeah, but there was no reason for you to show up on campus in August and by November be knocked up. Yeah, it wasn't no reason for that. But again, you hear a lot of cap. You think so, Eric? You hearing a lot of cap? You say it depends. Depends on what? What are we depending on? We gonna keep on trucking.
Got Roy Jones, everything.
Well, you done said everything but his name. Who?
Antonio Tarver. He don't care. That's why, you know, the homie. I met him in Memphis, Tennessee after I had graduated. Okay. And he was trying to talk to me, and I said, I don't want to talk to you. I want to be a star. And I felt like I'm ahead of myself. When I was at FAMU, the father of my child now, he was on CNN every day and everything because for hazing. He got in a big hazing case.
Oh, he was at FAM. But what? Oh, wow. For the fraternity.
Yeah. For Kappas. And literally, I had a baby by this man, and all those guys lost, if they were in pharmacy, anything they were in, they got kicked out of programs. And the father of my child was the dean of pledges for that.
Dang.
Okay. And he proposed to me, and I said, no, fuck that. I'm gonna be a star. I don't want to be your wife.
Now not at. Hold on.
I know. I'm waiting to hear back on that.
So my baby's father proposed to me. I thought he was going to jail, and I was working hard or whatever. Once I got out of college is when I met Tarver. And my first year out of college, I went back.
I mean, not pledge. What did you major in?
I majored in business, minor in music.
Okay.
And I graduated, went to Memphis. My mom was really big at FedEx. She was a big executive at FedEx and got me a job.
FedEx is extremely big in Memphis because that's
all we got.
I'm in transportation, so.
And I had this job getting paid more than most out of college would get paid. But I knew that I didn't want to do that. And I ended up seeing Antonio Tarver in a club in Memphis trying to, date me. And I said, well, I don't want to date you, but I want to be a star. He said, I don't know nobody in music. I said, but you know people that know people. I said, give me the number and I need to figure it out.
Oh, so you start out using whole, we can't let that ride. Can't let that ride. So you start out using the man. You just off the rip. Yeah, nah, I don't want you, but I need all your contacts. All your contacts. So you just gonna use the man right off the rip. Now, if he went along with that, then hell, shame on him. If he went along with that, shame on him. Oh, he's cute. Listen.
That's label a motherfucker that gotta get in there and get it.
Yeah, that's too much.
Well, you got it
already.
No, it wasn't without hell. I went from a club on a Friday to this big boxer. I don't know nothing about no boxing. But I knew I could not stay in Memphis, and this was not what I was supposed to be doing. So he heard me sing and was like, oh, you can really sing. So I told him, you need to get me to somebody.
And you got to figure that out. That's your job. Okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't really think you could sing either.
You did?
No.
Why?
Oh, shit.
Tell me why.
The first time I knew of K. Michelle was reality TV.
Yeah.
And then I heard, how do you know? It was on Pandora.
Why you been singing it? You like that song?
I love it. But I heard that song. And I was like, who sang that? And then I Shazammed it. And I was like, oh, that's K. Michelle. I was like, no. Like, no disrespect.
No, I'm with it.
I was like as in the K. Michelle on hip hop. I was like, oh no, I gotta go now. I gotta fool with it now. Because a lot of times,
how do you even know that song?
No, let's just say I've been a fan. So I can.
Now, Kim was
don't let my competitive side
don't let
deter
him
you
fool
from
you.
appreciation.
That's right up his alley.
So when that happened, TV does a lot of picturing for Black communities and things that I didn't expect you to be able to sing like you could sing. You know,
that's real.
Because even really like that's Cardi B. Yeah, I think Cardi B was as talented as she was until like she dropped Bodak Yellow, and then I'm like, hold on, who is that? Cardi B? No, not the. So that's how it necessarily happened.
I respect that because that was difficult for me trying to do reality TV, being your truth when it wasn't popular.
At the time.
Yeah, at the time now. Yeah. But then it wasn't popular to do retro reality TV.
Okay,
and
let's be honest.
Actually have a talent.
Let's be honest. Let's wait. We got to be honest. We really calling loving hip hop reality TV as staged as that bullshit is. We calling that reality TV. And who on there has some real talent? Because I would think if you had talent, you wouldn't be on there. But maybe that's just me. They're my thoughts. If you really got talent, then you wouldn't be on there. That's just how I see it. I don't either, Dr. Steele. I don't either. You give me a headache. I don't watch that. I don't watch them Housewives. I don't watch Basketball Wives. I don't watch none of that. The most reality TV we getting around up and through here, child, is My 600 Pound Life, 1,000 Pound Sisters, Dr. Pimple Popper, 90 Day Fiance. Yeah, that's about good as it's gonna get. I can't absorb all that in my spirit. I can't do it. It's too much. Lisa said it was rejects. Yeah. And then did you ever notice that, you know what I'm saying, even though it was different shows, you had, you know what I'm saying, Love and Hip Hop over here, then you had Housewives over here, then you had Basketball Wives, and what was the other one? The Yags, the Wives and Girlfriends. Like, even though it was different ones, it was like the same story. It was just, you know what I'm saying, being recycled between all of them. Same story, just going round and 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 round. So I mean, how much reality was really in the reality TV? Then everybody was broke. Because every other season you hearing about how, you know what I'm saying, the show got the, you know what I'm saying, pay for a house for somebody to stay in, or you know what I'm saying, they riding around in a car that's leased by the show and they don't want to get back, and they argue for an increase. They trying to go from, you know what I'm saying, 20,000 episode to 30,000, and threatening to protest and walk off and all that kind of nonsense. Child, these folks ain't had no money. You're supposed to not have any money. Please understand what you're saying. Some of these reality show veterans end up on the Netflix version of Pop the Balloon. Exactly. I have not, listen, y'all. I might be the only Black person in America that don't have Netflix. Because I between the other apps that I have, I could pretty much find anything that's on Netflix. So I feel like it was no need for me to, be paying that. But yeah, I have not gone out of my way to watch Netflix Pop the Balloon. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't, and I haven't. Um, I don't even know if I want to waste my time with that. If I'm gonna have to pull myself together to watch this Tyler Perry with these sisters in divorce or divorced sisters or whatever the hell it is he called them. If I'm gonna have to pull it together for that, I don't know if I got enough for that and Pop the Balloon. I got the, my tolerance is real. That tank is real low, so I got to be real strategic about, where I tap into it at. You say I don't think you want to watch it. All right, I'm a trust you on that, Dr. Steele, because like I said, my jar is low, so I got to be real careful about, when I dip into it. Because child, these 1,000-pound sisters is giving me about all I can stand, child. It's too much foo la la and all of that going on. But if y'all are interested in my reviews on that, definitely check them out over on Lady Leo Network. That's what I'm saying. While I do all my reality reviews. But let's keep the party going on here with this case.
Money spent and time spent to try and, say this is a real artist. It was a very difficult thing.
Yeah. And be taken serious. That was the difficult part. It wasn't hard to do it, is to be taken serious doing it. Now, I can hear the comments now. I can hear everybody like to what you said about me.
What I say about you?
Like, left my baby mama for a stripper. Men today face immense pressure to perform, to provide, and to keep it all together. So it's no wonder that 6 million men in the U.S. suffer from depression every year. And it's often undiagnosed. With over 35,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. As the world's largest online therapy provider, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/funky. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/funky. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.
All right, now go ahead and check them out,
because that's all the media has put out there. And I don't know about no football unless I'm dating a football man. I don't know what's going on.
Women,
so
how
I'm
that
not like
work?
a football fan. So if you see someone, I saw you with this big personality.
So you be faking.
And I was like, he fly shit. Like I watched.
Hold up, men.
That I saw the
men, football, my football fans, my men. Yeah, I don't. I ain't got none for this. Men, my avid football watchers, my diehard fans, I'm going to see my team. Do y'all care if your woman know what's going on? Like for my real football fan, football fans. For your woman, do you have a requirement for her to understand at least the basics in football? Well, she don't have to know nothing. All she know is, it's some dudes with jerseys on and a ball. Do y'all need her to know what's going on? Y'all got glitter on and everything. No, why not? Why not, Eric? What you say, Mark? It would be nice, but hell no. Okay. So, do y'all or would you be aggravated by your woman wanting to watch the football game with you, but she asking questions the entire game because she's trying to figure out what's going on? Like, would that get on your nerves? And would you explain what's happening, or would you give her like a crash course on the way to the game? What you say? It's just a requirement for you. Okay. Okay. So yes, I mean, y'all, how you gonna handle that? You gonna give a crash course on the way to the game? Are you gonna spend the game answering the questions and miss almost everything was going on? Or are you gonna explain it after the game over with? Like, what y'all gonna do with that? You said it's you say it's nerve wracking, but you would explain. Okay, okay, I see you, Mark. All right. All right, well, okay. So clearly, we know about K Michelle. She don't know nothing unless it's something in it for her. I don't know nothing about the football. I'm just saying I am a avid football fan. You ain't got to explain too much or nothing to me. You just need to let me know when we going. Who gonna be there? Where we going and who gonna be there? That's all I need to know. We can keep the party moving.
That she was like a rebel. I'm always for the people that are not in line with what people think. So that's my first time seeing you
Man, what's up
and
with that cup
witnessing
now?
who
Come
you
on,
were.
bro.
And so, of course, while witnessing that, I got to witness he left this and this and that, and me being for the women and writing these songs about me, and I was like, oh, this is juicy. If I'm being honest, this is some juicy shit.
Can I make it juicier?
Yeah, make it.
She was the stripper.
Who was the stripper?
I never left nobody for a stripper.
Both were strippers.
No.
Oh,
She was.
Lord.
That's why I didn't leave under those premises. And the reason why I'm open to saying that is because I've had clearance with her to make it public. And just like her, a lot of people have history in dancing. So it's no, like some people be like, oh, he dated a strip. Like where I'm from, yeah, it may not sound good, but to walk around with something that like dare I say, because I'm a church boy, I'm rebellious, I'm the black sheep. It's like when I was always going against the grain. You feel what I'm saying? And that's where we found our love at. In this rebellious state, like, yo, I'm rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Boom, we have 4 beautiful kids together, 5 collectively. And yeah, even still to this day, we have a great working relationship. There's times there's ebbs and flows, just like any other relationship. And I think she's one of 3 baby mothers that I have. I'm currently with one.
Okay.
What's going on,
I
Project
think the
Leroy?
thing that a lot of people may say is, I always have to monitor how the children feel. You know what I'm saying? There's times where I feel like, yo, our relationship is unbelievable. And then there's also some times where I feel like, why are we playing this childish game? Going back to when 2 adults have issues with each other, if y'all don't prioritize the children, then they will be affected the most.
Absolutely.
So that's just a ongoing, relationship that I need to stay healthy. Because if we've had our, ups and downs, and some of it and most of it has been public, but that's my dog. Like that's a person who, that's still my responsibility. Make no mistake about that. The woman that I'm with now knows that about each person that I procreated with. That's just the alpha male in me. Like I take care of mine,
Wait,
so the narrative also, may have been he's creating.
Hold up, Cam. Hey, Project Leroy. Cam. Listen to me, real close. Listen to what I'm saying. Make sure the mic working. Cam. Mm-mm. 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 No, sir. This is not alpha male behavior, sir. This is not it. No, this ain't alpha man behavior. Alpha men, for one, don't have to tell you they alpha men. Alpha men, for two, if they already got one stripper in their bed, they ain't got to go get another one, and definitely ain't knocking it up on accident. Yeah, Cam, this is not say alpha behavior. Mm-mm. Then said stripper you knocked up on accident was homeless, so you had to put her up. This ain't alpha. This ain't alpha behavior, sir. This is not. This ain't how they move. This ain't alpha. This ain't sigma. This ain't even beta. This is goofy. This goofy movement. Goofy. This is goofy middle child. I need some attention. Goofy. 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 This is not. Y'all, I was in here trying to be cool and get through this stream with no alcohol. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but Cam in here talking crazy. What you say? What you say? That's simp. He said that's simp, not alpha. Tell me he didn't have to do that, but Cam doing Captain Saber her was nonsense. You know, right? He didn't have to do any of that. He already had pulled that off with Kia. That's the first baby mama, the one he got the 4 kids with. He already had pulled off the Captain Saver hoe with her. It was no need to continue on that road. Wasn't no need for that. There wasn't no need for that, Cam. You had already successfully pulled that off. Why you couldn't just, you know what I'm saying, stay the course? I don't know. And you still ain't answered that. What you saying, Mark? Somebody you knew it was going to go left. Look at that. Yeah, because this done went all the way left. Because he done got up on here talking about he's some alpha. This done went all the way, like this done went down the street and around the corner to the left. I'm tired of hearing men claiming they alpha. No man knows he's an alpha. He said, can't be saving these light-skinned Asians too. Listen. Cam. Did we go through this when you was up in there with Auntie Iyanla? Did we go through this back then? Y'all haven't seen that. Y'all can, you know, say that's on the channel. That was good conversation. Did we go through that? Did we go on this same road with you and Cheyenne? You in the flim flam extraordinaire? Like we have all told you not alpha, sir. Then you proceeded to get Shaw was here, who was on first take, talk about, you know what I'm saying, the funds was, you know what I'm saying, the funds was getting low, and you know what I'm saying, people was gonna have to start trying to adjust their lifestyles. Alphas ain't participating in none of that. Alphas don't participate in any of that. Because one alpha's money is usually more times than their money ain't funny. And then if the money, you know what I'm saying, get you know what I'm saying, a little below, you know what I'm saying, the level that they want it to be at, they surely not gonna tell you that. They just gonna make some adjustments. But you sitting up here, you got 1, 2, 3. You got 4 households, because let's be for real. You got new household with Jasmine. You got child, I don't even remember the second baby mama. I don't even remember her name. Anyway, her, because then you decided, you know what I'm saying, to take care of the son she had, you know what I'm saying, when you knocked her up because she ain't handling no business. Then you got the house over there with Kia, and then you saying you decided to take her daughter on too. That's why he said we got 5 collectively, because he claiming her kid. So you got your kids, then you done added 2 more kids on, and then you say you still dropping money off over there, you know what I'm saying, with your mom and daddy and them. We ain't doing this, sir. We're not doing this. So you got at least 4 households you paying for. We're going to try this again. Like, we're going to, what you say talking about Kel trying to get a new baby mama? AKA Candace Michelle. Listen, don't do it. I don't know. All that botched up plastic surgery she had, that womb might be out of commission. You said alphas don't carry tag-alongs. Can't be keeping them pregnant so no nigga can't have they turn at a. I guess. But Cam, this is not This not alpha behavior at all. And I'm just trying to figure out where you been that you think this is alpha behavior. Because that's a problem. Wherever you been that told you this was alpha behavior, don't go there no more. Don't go there no more. Don't go there no more. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Don't go there no more. Because it lead you astray, sir.
Creating broken homes. Yeah, but I take care of each.
Does that bother you?
It really does. It really does. But needless to say, I take care of my homes. I don't even like my baby mama saying that they a single parent. You got too much support.
Okay.
You feel me?
Whoa,
Like,
I think
whoa,
the thing,
whoa, 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 whoa. Cam, am I really gonna have to be the one to point this out? They single mothers because they in fact single. You ain't married nobody. They ain't married to nobody. So they can have all the support they want. They are still technically single, and they somebody's mother. You had multiple years. Because again, for those of y'all, you know what I'm saying, who been rocking with me for a while, y'all know, like I said, we did Cam and Cheyenne, we did Cam and Iyanla, and then we did Kia. You know what I'm saying? Because she was doing her little video blog. So we did Kia too. We got the whole story. They was together, broke up, and then, you know what I'm saying, got back together, then had them 4 kids. So no, Cam, you had plenty of time. Plenty of time. To for her to not be a single mother. You had plenty of time, sir. So we not trying to hear this. We not even trying to hear this, sir. So much they got support. Child, you don't go sit down somewhere, sir.
where I have watched what you've gone through is the rebellion and being a very rebellious person, and being from a college graduate to a dancer.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I think
That is
I witnessed it, and I
hell.
thought it was like a win for like dancers because, two, we are human.
Yeah.
And I watch what's going on with you, Cam, and I watch people's opinions of this and that, and I make sure I watched everything that you've been saying and how you have conducted your shows and everything because I wanted to know what I was walking into. I am what people might call a feminist, but I'm also a realist, and I get it. I know that probably has affected you in a manner of creating broken homes but taking care of your kids and still being in the public. Look, when it comes to stuff like that, guess what? Your kids are the only one that matter in that situation, and what they see and what they feel. I don't know anything about the women personally that you date or anything. I can only say that at the end of the day, it's about your kids. And it is about, maybe you're not in the home every day.
Facts.
My parents have been together over 30-some years. Okay? And I don't know how it would feel to not have my father at home every day when I came home. So I know men can go have babies here, this and that. But what happened? What happened to structure? What happened to the feel of your father being there, this and that? I know that you are well off and you can handle and take care and spread yourself far around for a lot of people. Right. But you have to understand how women feel and how fuck the media, because they gonna whether he was married and doing that or not, they still gonna say some shit. Right. But what happened to the structure that I saw my grandfather, do? The structure of one woman, even if he was dipping off on the side, but coming home to one woman, every day and being there and seeing your kids every day. You probably see your...
Before she even finished this, why do we have to keep going to this putting this narrative out there that granddaddy was cheating? Granddaddy wasn't always cheating. Granddaddy wasn't always cheating. Granddaddy wasn't always, broke. Granddaddy wasn't always putting grandma hair, between the washer and the dryer. Or as my grandma would say, putting his foot in her ass. Like, this wasn't always the case. We had decent black men back then. It's these women that was out here scandalous. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't, and I'm over it. I'm over it. Like old black men who had y'all lives together, y'all need to unite, stand up, mount up, put an end to all of this. Every black man over 60 ain't Mister. Hell, Danny Glover ain't even Mister. Why we doing this? It's old. It's old. They ain't done us a lick of good. Let it go. Get tired of that. I know plenty of older black men, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't beating on them, beating and mistreating their wives. It's you young niggas. And that ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying, but pent up, you know what I'm saying, anger and resentment you got for your mama. Or as my grandma would call you, mammy. Y'all need to deal with that too. Your mama ain't shit, tell her. Your mama had ain't shit moments, tell her. If she currently in the midst of an ain't shit moment, tell her. We can get on with this right here. They do. They jump straight to extremes, and I be over it. But you know what? It's always negative extremes. It's never a positive extreme. Like what she talking about delusion early in the beginning of this. So what we can't jump to positive delusion. Everything is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, rainbows and sunshine, and I ain't never gonna do nothing to hurt him, and he ain't never gonna do nothing to hurt me. And we, you know what I'm saying, we just gonna skip on down, we gonna ease on down that yellow brick road. Like, why is that never the extreme? It's always, you know what I'm saying, death and destruction and depravity and debauchery and suffering. Because it don't even be struggle, it be suffering. Like, why is that always the go-to? Because that ain't my life. I'm here to tell you. My life is not quite half over, but that ain't been my experience. So I'm not claiming it. I don't get it. What you say, Alice Walker and Bell Hooks were known for feminist rhetoric and swirling. True. That shut it down propaganda. Why are black people so gullible? Especially black women. Let me not say black people. Black females. Why we so gullible? So, yep, and their granddaddies took all that abuse from them white folks at the job with no rights. Right. Right. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load, child. Ease on down the road. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these people. I don't get it. Just ease on down that road. Stop it before we close for the summer. Oh, yeah, child, I don't know what the problem is. Like, if it's some foolishness, they own it. Just say they only know dysfunction and nothing truly healthy. That is the problem. But yet, you know what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying, you get out what you put in. So if you know what I'm saying, you don't know anything, but you know what I'm saying, death and this, like I said, death and despair and debauchery and depravity and all of that, and you know what I'm saying, nothing fruitful. Why are we confused about that being the outcomes that we get? If you getting out what you putting in and all you putting in is misery, why are you confused about all you getting is misery? He said it shows how they lack critical thinking. I mean, I guess I'm just saying, like, why would you want to be sad and cry every day? Or feel like you want to cry every day? Because that's another thing I know. A lot of people don't cry. Like, cry for real, for real. They be, you know what I'm saying, faking crying, you know, trying to get sympathy and all that. But I'm talking about like a good, you know what I'm saying, soul cleansing cry. Like, you need that in your life. And there's too many people they're not partaking of that. So since you not, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, crying, it helps me process. That's just me. So if you not purging the toxicity, why are we confused when it keeps since black women like to manifest? You're not getting rid of the toxicity, so you manifesting it. So that's why y'all keep getting pregnant about all these, you know what I'm saying, ain't shit Negroes and you know what I'm saying, why you can't get ahead, you know what I'm saying, that's your job at Ross. Because the white man holding you down, you got all this systematic racism and how you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got no control over your body and all this different stuff. Y'all, it is extremely therapeutic, I'm telling you. And I'm not, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, let everybody know what's going on. How you can handle that while you in the shower. I'm just saying, like, get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. Highly recommend it. But let me keep on rolling. But yeah, I'm over this whole, you know what I'm saying, granddaddy, you know what I'm saying, wasn't here no shit, and he ain't had no job and he kept us in poverty, and then you know what I'm saying, he was, you know what I'm saying, slinging dick all over the neighborhood. I'm over that. I'm over it.
Your kids, I don't know what you do every day. I'm not here to judge you. You probably see them every day still. But don't you think they deserve to always have you there in home?
I'm just waiting for you to finish. Yeah. You done?
Oh, you are me. Okay, go.
No, I think we share something, and I want to get to our relatability of being misunderstood. But to answer your question, yes, they do deserve that. I think there's a story behind every story that I've been the bigger person in saying, you know what? You told your story? Cool. I'll be the bad guy because it's so easy for me to do. Because in media, the man is always the bad guy. You can't name me a man that broke off a situation that he's like, oh, he's
not gonna happen.
It's just
You're
not gonna
right.
happen. So out of respect and love for
Hold
her,
up, Cam. We gonna
that
wait.
story
Wait.
that, oh, you left it-
Wait. Cause you didn't wait. You didn't break off nothing with Kia. You went over there and laid up with that person, knocked her up, and then you went on back home like what nothing happened, and you was trying to stay there. Kia was like, I can't do this with you. So you didn't break off nothing. She broke that off. She was like, yeah, no. She pregnant. That's the one thing I ain't gonna do with you. So what did you break off, Cam? What's that, Cam capping? Cam looking too. Yeah. I mean, she got him out there for everybody to see, so she get what she want. But yeah, Cam, you ain't broke off nothing. Kia broke that off. We gonna see. We gonna stop. We gonna stop though. We gonna stop. But now, one thing he did say was that had a ring of truth to it. The man is always gonna be the you know what I'm saying, the party who was wrong. I don't care what's going on. It be the woman fault clear as day, but you know everybody still gonna blame it on the man. Y'all gonna do something about that. You know, I'll be trying to advocate for y'all and all. But I mean, are y'all gonna do something about that? He was. He really was. Just as sloppy with it. I'm just saying, sloppy with it. This bitch was homeless. Like, for real, y'all. Like, no address, homeless. With a kid. She already had a kid. You can't get your living situation together, but you got time to lay up with Cam. Lord have mercy. Not cooking with Kaya. Cause she ain't no better. Well, cause she just like the rest of them. She ain't no better. And we gonna I have to do a whole nother show about her and about why you these cornball Negroes on the internet, you know what I'm saying, quick to, you know what I'm saying, try to hold somebody in such high esteem, try to shame the women, and then they end up looking like Boo Boo the Fool. because the chick, you know what I'm saying, be just as raggedy as everybody else. But we gonna get into cooking with Kaya later. But yeah, like, nah, let's keep going.
This, whatever y'all want to take. But between me and you,
Okay.
I ain't talking about K. Michelle. I'm talking about the situation.
My neck,
You know what the
my
situation.
back. Oh,
How do I know?
I'm talking. See, I'm using you as.
Tell me. I want to know. Tell me.
I think to protect other sources.
You don't even want to get it.
This is not the platform to say that. My maturity has taught me that. My team has also taught me that. Everything ain't for everybody. But understand
Your mama
this,
told you to
my
shut the
children
hell
do
up.
deserve
What happened?
a 2-parent household. The reality is that's just not how it worked out. Now, the guilt in me feels that.
You have a guilt?
No. When you hear it, there can be a guilt that happens. It's like you create broken homes. I can't do nothing about that now. But what I can do is try to make my wrongs right. I do
But
that.
you're
by
still
showing up
doing it,
constantly.
sir.
I have certain things that I do with children, my children specifically, that's our thing.
But what about now and having new kids and creating? Is that a goal of yours? And you don't have to answer to anybody.
He said he wanted
Ask the
11.
question that you're asking.
You want me to ask you a real question?
Please. Go there.
Okay. Well, having the situation, the relationship that you're in now, I did see that your significant other now is having
Another
one. Mm-hmm. Is your goal to create? I think everyone would like to know, is your goal right now to create a 2-parent home for your child that you already have and your new child? Is that the goal? Because you do skate around that. From everything that I've watched, you do kind of skate around that. Is the goal? What is the ultimate goal right now in your dating and having kids?
Every situation that I've ever been in, I thought this was the last one.
Okay.
So to answer that question, do I plan on moving on after her? No. The plan has always been, even with the first, the second, the third, is nobody goes into a situation.
You know, you've never said that. Like I've said, before I come somewhere, because I be attacked, I wanted to know what I was talking about when talking to you.
Oh, for sure.
You know, this is actually kind of the first time when you have said, my goal is to not have another significant other. You know, like really say that.
Well, let me say it.
Okay.
My goal has never been to have multiple significant others.
Okay.
It just worked out like that. So when I say my wrongs to the world or to the stereotype of what a household should be, it has always been screwed up.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What do you think a household should be?
I think there should be a male presence and a female presence in each household because there are certain things that a man or a female should only or can learn specifically from a man.
Yep.
And then there are certain things that can only be taught from a female.
Okay.
So that's what I do believe in. I do believe there should always be a 2-figure household.
Can I ask you something you might get mad at me about?
Man, you can't make me mad. I'm bulletproof.
We all get mad.
No, trust me. I promise you. There's nothing that a person can say that I haven't already cleared with myself. I just make sure that what I say doesn't offend the innocent.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm a straight shooter.
So let me ask you this. Being that you're living your life and you are who you are, you have your significant other who is who she is, do you ever at night and when you're alone or in a space ever feel like you're speaking and things are hurting her?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to
How do
agree
you
with
feel? Like,
bro.
what does that do
Just
to
her
you?
tell me
have
that.
to agree.
I didn't know. Because you got to understand, too, that people have to give other people grace because those aren't prerequisites of understanding for most men. And I always say this about men. Men don't register things the same way females do. Meaning, I don't know how that make you feel. I know. If you ask me a question, would you hit? Yeah, I hit. But you're standing next to your woman. And how does that make her feel? I don't consider those things. I'm not used to. But now it's like, would you hit?
Do you see, like, I don't even get into that, but the attack on your significant other now, the type of attack that she goes through every day, you got tears in my eyes. That type of attack is the type of attack, you know, that I've gone through in different things. And to me, she's like a pretty amazing woman.
Oh.
I really don't know.
Being in the media, you're never going to be right. They're going to attack you for anything, you know, like good or bad. But the type of attack that your significant other gets, I feel is very unfair.
And it's in large part self-inflicted.
What you mean?
Meaning inside the household, I bring these attacks to her. She used the words, not me. She said, baby, I feel like a piñata. And you're setting me up.
Ooh.
So with that, I needed her to tell me that. It never like, and this is the thing too. My first baby mama didn't tell me that because she probably didn't know how.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that she didn't feel the same. My second baby mama didn't tell me that because she probably didn't know how. And now, as we're going through things, and this is why I always tell females, and I'm grateful that we're having this conversation and you're asking me these questions because even as strong as I am, even as successful and how much money, I still need help. Help meaning, you got to tell me, babe. Like, I don't know how this is affecting. No, for sure. And sometimes women lead with, you're supposed to lead. And that could be like, hold on, but I still need you to give me insight so I can lead us, right? And
hold it. Cam. I was about to rock with you. I was about to take that ride with you. I was about to close the car door. You say he talked like a jailbird. Child Cam, I was about to ride with you to the store. Man, when you was on that, you know what I'm saying, women tell me how you feel. And I'm not gonna know unless you tell me. Cam, I was with you. Listen, I done sat down. I had one leg in the car, the other one I was about to. So you got to that. You know what I'm saying? I need insight so I can lead. I understand that, Mark. Y'all not mind readers. Now, I have to say, me personally, at times I do struggle with telling men that I'm involved with romantically what's on my mind. I ain't gonna sit here in front with y'all, but I'm not finna come up. Cam. But I'm not showing up with the blueprint on how you need to lead. I'm not gonna do all of that. But yeah, now I mean the part about having some grace, yeah, have some grace because it might take me a minute to tell you what's on my mind, but I'm gonna get there. So yeah, just a little patience. But yeah, I gotta get out the truck now. I can't route you to the QT Cam. This is foolishness. Yeah, insight into what's on your woman's mind is valuable. Now I ain't gonna sit here and act like it's not, but Cam, you should already have your blueprint together. Like your plan on lead should be based on what she told you last week. That's not how this is supposed to go. That's not how this is supposed to go. So yeah, I can't ride with you on this, Cam. This is utter foolishness. Total and complete. Hold on, what you say? What you say, Mark? Why am I giving that man the most intimate parts of you? Look, if we in a relationship, that's what we doing. That's what's supposed to be going on. Again, if you can't express yourself and tell the person you supposed to be in love with, and in their case, like y'all having babies, like your womb open, you ought to be able to say whatever comes across your mind to that Negro. I'm just saying. You in here, yeah. But Jasmine, I don't have no sympathy for you because you set yourself up for that. You knew all of what was going on, just like the rest of us. You decided to become a part of that circus.
And we have these conversations. That's what I'm saying. I'm an open book.
But I didn't know how you were going to be like in a conversation because I'm going on his show. And one thing I've made a living off of singing the thoughts and writing the thoughts
in real time.
And the true feelings of women. That is how,
And can I be honest too?
Yes.
My team did a subject analysis.
Okay.
Of Cam Newton.
Okay.
And I was genuinely curious to what people thought. Not that I care. I was just curious. And to not have support from women bothers me.
You don't have that.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest. We're going to talk. We're going to be 100.
Yeah.
You do not have that. Women are so mad and so bothered that when I told them that I was doing your show, they was like, light his ass up. Tear his ass up. Tell him the truth. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna be me and I'm gonna talk to him. I'm really gonna ask the questions that I hear when Cam Newton name come up. I'm just gonna ask the real questions. Like, and I think a real man like you're doing, is going to talk. He's not going to, you know, be offended. He's going to just have a 100 conversation. So if I'm sitting here, we're supposed to have a full 100% conversation. Sure. And people like your significant other. They've liked her before y'all have become a couple. Sure. And some things that she has said, you know, might have offended women in other ways, like, you know, and now they're like, oh, so now you're in this situation that you made fun about.
Right. And now all of a sudden you done switched up.
Yeah, you done switched up, but I'm telling you something called being dick drunk. That dick. Oh, hallelujah, that dick. It will make you see things differently, do things differently, and just love in general. No, so what I want to do with you today is have a for real, not like it looks good for me, it looks good for you, but just like a 100% conversation.
I need that.
And that's what's needed because I don't feel that you are a bad guy. No. I'm not getting that. No. I've dated some evil fucks, but I'm not getting that in this.
No, with that though, like you have to understand growth is needed. Mm-hmm. And my heart goes out to my first baby mother, Kia. Cause like I love her. Like that's my nigga.
Now believe that. Now I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna drop the link in case y'all want to come up because it seems like we about to get to the meat of this. I'm gonna go ahead because I think Cam's still in love with her. He though he did her dirty, but like you can't. Most women can't recover from you having no baby on them. They just we ain't built for that. I'm sorry, y'all. I have some glitter over here. It's looking kind of crazy. Yeah, we ain't built for that. So yeah, I think Cam's still in love with her. But yeah, she can't do it because now you want a third one without her. And she gave you 4. So yeah, no. Hold on. We're gonna go ahead and drop this real quick in case anybody will come up, but we get to the crux of this. You see, growth is painful because it's uncomfortable. Exactly. It is. And I've experienced that, you know what I'm saying, personally, you know what I'm saying, over the last, you know what I'm saying, 8 or 9 months or so. Yeah, I've had to, you know what I'm saying, go through some, you know what I'm saying, some growth that was definitely not comfortable, but I'm better for it. What you say, Kim Michelle want Cam tip and she want to be Cam's new baby mama? Child, listen. Anything's possible. But yeah, let's keep going, y'all. We might not get through this whole thing tonight. We might have to do a part 2 because child, folks is doing a lot. They're doing a lot.
She may not receive that.
Yeah.
And the circumstance can get a little sticky too. Because even though I'm in a happy relationship, her reassurance to, and granted, Jazz didn't even know Kia. Mm-hmm. Didn't even.
What do you mean she didn't need?
She didn't know Kia at this time.
Oh, like, Kia.
Had nothing. Okay. But you know, when you're dating a person, you start trying to, you know, do your research and you're just like, boom, you know, my second baby mother, Lorena, her and Jazz,
beautiful.
They met. So boom, it was one of the things that like, okay, cool. And people can't understand that dynamic because it's like, yo, no, I'm mature. I'm grown. Like, yo, and they met without me being there. Like, it was one of them situations like, hey, boom, you in Miami, y'all cool, boom. And that's where a lot of people don't understand my dynamic. I pour myself into women more so than men.
Okay.
And I need it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm going everywhere, but I'm trying to bring us back. Being in my position when you're the person everybody pulls from, your charging station for me has always been women.
But that's why there's this thing and there's this balance. Like,
really,
you know, I'm the one in my family that takes care of everybody, all the family. And the thing is, when you come home, you want to be, like you said, your charging station. Yeah. That's your charging station. You want someone to pour into you and to give that to you and this and that. What I think is happening with women right now, can we be honest about what women are dealing with? Yeah. Women are making more money than men.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's challenging.
Yes,
that
women
challenges the
bring me hell. And I can pay my own bills. It's not worth it.
Hold up. What you say? Cam pouring in the hose. Exactly. Yeah, so he's not, so if you pour it into hose, you're not getting recharged. What are you let me back up because you being charged, you just being charged with bullshit. Like Cam is like that cell phone that you done had, you know what I'm saying, for 4 or 5 years because you like, I'm not buying another phone. I'm not making no payments. You know what I'm saying? This is like the last of the dying breed, you know, where you used to be able to get your little 2-year contract upgrade for like $150, $200. And you know what I'm saying? You was like, I'm just gonna ride this out. So now you at the point where it only charged to like 60%. It won't go past 60%. And then what I'm saying, if you don't keep it hooked up to the charger, next thing you know, it went from 60 to like 20. That's the kind of charging Cam doing. You're not doing a full overnight quality charge, sir. Right. Yeah. Don't never get all the way charged. So Cam, you not no, sir. No. The exchange of energy between you and these women is complete trash. Which is why you having the problems that you having, sir. Everybody want to get knocked up. Now you on the third one. Everybody's want to have babies and nobody want to have no commitment. So just like you can get up and leave, they can get up and leave. Say Cam need to learn how to be for real. He needs something. Cause child, this is not it. Cause Cam, you not charging anybody and you not being charged. This is foolishness. You say he too far gone. Okay, you might be right though, Leroy. You might be. And when I tell y'all I hate this, because you just couldn't tell me, you know what I'm saying, back in the day when I was, hanging out at the A-Law, for those of y'all who went to the QC, y'all know, down at the Epicenter, and Cam used to be at the bar, and we be in that chit chat, and you just could not tell me this is how this is gonna end up. No. You can't, you just wasn't going to tell me that, this is how this is going to end. This is a hot mess. When I tell y'all, like, my heart is broken over this, like, Cam, you were supposed to be so much better than this. You were supposed to be so much better. So much better than this. You weren't raised for this, sir. You weren't raised for this. Child, I could shed a tear, but I ain't gonna do it.
Women are going through this whole different thing of, what it is. Like, I see my parents who've been together forever. I get to witness a traditional, old school type of love.
Okay, so what happened?
Nowadays, what we're witnessing city girls, we're witnessing this and that. And it's like the genders are doing this.
Clashing.
And it's like a hot topic and this and that. Yeah, it's cute. It's a hot topic. But it is really destroying families. When I don't, okay, think about this. Being in Nashville all the time, being in Atlanta all this time and then going to Nashville where it's predominantly white. One, they go home at 5 and 6 o'clock when they're producing because they go home to their families. Being a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected. Family is respected in country music in that space. But in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch or hoe in Nashville because they'll never even listen to your music and your professional career will suffer. At what point in the Black community do our men create real homes? And even talking, just our first time talking, and you said you didn't even mean for that to happen. Life happens. I'm not here to judge life. I'm looking at a successful Black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on Black family,
Hold it. Okay. Got to stop right there. Yeah, because I done been to Memphis, child. I can't even tell you how many times I done been in, he said Nashville. Yeah, I don't know what Anyway. When did it become the sole responsibility of a man to build a household? That's what I thought. Like, where? No, she not married. Like she said, she done had a lot of rings, but she ain't had no papers. I mean, I'm still on this. When did it become the man's responsibility to create a family? Like, he's supposed to build a family all by himself. The woman ain't got nothing to do with that. Because I mean, it's men. You know, see men and women get married every day and don't have no kids. What we talk about? How we dumping? I know that. I know, Mark. I understand. So how is it single-handedly the man's responsibility to create a family, and how in the hell is Cam gonna turn it around? It's too late. He on the third set. It's too late. So what he gonna do? Be over there like Cody on Sister Wives? Y'all see how that turned out? Damn, money was funny. And then the money, you know what I'm saying, they had to roll up out of Utah, you know what I'm saying, they run from the law, and the money ain't never recovered. And child, you see what's done went on that, everybody done went their own way. Mm-mm. 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 So I'm just confused. What you say, Eric? I see successful black woman that got purpose multiple times and decided not to get married. This is what I'm talking about. K. Michelle says black men a lot. She must have a zaddy in her past. Child, she got some everybody in her past. But I'm just saying, like, how we laying this solely at the feet of black men when black men today was raised in single parent households. So how are you expecting them to establish something they don't know nothing about? And how you asking for something you don't know nothing about? Y'all doing too much. You're doing way too much. You're putting too much responsibility on the black man. Because you could be with a man forever and a day. You ain't got to open your womb. You know you don't have that paperwork. Keep your eggs to yourself. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, she gonna need to do story because this ain't it. We're not dumping all this on the feet of black men.
Mm-hmm. And my grandfather, I watch my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man creating a black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, black men, black men to really step up for black women and create families.
No.
It's really not cool.
No.
Black men are attacking black women. And it's not cool. They're not creating homes. They're creating babies everywhere.
Hold up. So wait. So what you trying to tell me is that hold up, because I got to make sure I got this right. Black men attacking black women and they just making babies everywhere and just, you know what I'm saying, just running around doing all what they want to do. So black men just walking up, touching black women on the shoulder and now they're pregnant. That's how this working? Black men just say, hey girl, what's your name? Oh, my name Keisha. Oh, come in, let me talk to you, Keisha. He grabbed you by the wrist and now Keisha pregnant. No. Let's quit playing, y'all, because it's only like, we're going to do it out because, you know, some say 5, some say 7. So we're going to meet in the middle and say 6. It's only 6 days in the course of a month that you can actually get pregnant. Y'all ain't finna convince me y'all ain't doing this on purpose. It's minimum 30 days in a month. Only 6 of them you can get pregnant. So that leaves you at least 24 days where you can't. But you just ain't got no control on these 6 days. Your level of control on them in them 6 days that you can get pregnant is just non-existent. But the other 24 days in a month, you Mount Rushmore with the resolve. Okay. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. I'm about over this. What you say? Yeah, she doing way too much. She do need to stop that fake crying. Cause what was the tears? We might have to go back a couple seconds because I didn't see no tears. I think I got my eyes watering now more than hers were when she was, you know what I'm saying, going through her little speech. Right, my body, my choice. Exactly. It'd be their choice to have these babies, to try to hang on to these men. That'd be their choice. That'd be their choice. I'll be getting on my nerves.
It's not cool. And I'm asking you, other successful black men, to be, you have to set an example as leads. The cute social media back and forth on black women. Black women are strong. Black women are where you come from, this and that. So there probably isn't any sympathy for you and just life happening, because there's so many other things around you going on that are not fair to black women. What is going on with the black family? We are consistently creating the cycle of kids who can't come home and see their daddy there. And they see their mama sad at night. At what point is the successful black man in this world going to step in and really create structure? I see white men doing it every day. I get to witness the best of both worlds every day. Getting on stage singing R&B, being here in Atlanta, I get to sing R&B, but then I get to go to Nashville and be like, you mean you ain't staying out till 6 a.m? You gonna go home to your family? You gonna write this song and leave at 5 and 6 because you gonna take care of your family and your wife? At what point do the successful black men build black families? We ain't gonna ever have a black family if y'all don't do it. We're never gonna have it. It's just not gonna happen. So if your mentality is, yes, things happen, and I'm not knocking you for that. I didn't come here for that. But at what point do you take that black woman? Do you be in a home and show your kids what it's like, you know? At what point do you take a grip to it, not make excuses for it or mantras and things like that? It is so unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things.
No, man.
And I know life happens. You can't be with somebody you don't want to be with or whatever. But my grandparents did it. My grandfather, 92, died when he was 92, my best friend. I never seen another type of man. That's why I've turned down 3 rings, because they wasn't like my grandpa. My grandfather raised 9 kids on his own because my grandmama died before I could even meet her. What point are our black men going to stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that, and build black homes? If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes. So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and it's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you, they want you to build a black home. That's their anger. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful. They want you to take hold and solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is 2 different things. At what point are we going to stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak.
Because last time I checked, you were supposed to build a home and then had a kid. So if the man trying to build and this broad busy, you know what I'm saying, with a womb open, then how is this his fault? Right. We have plenty of families. We have plenty of black families. I don't know what she's talking about. And hell, your granddaddy couldn't keep you off the pole. So how good was he? Just cause you feel a nigga and he got $2 or $3 don't mean you got to open up your womb. Like, seriously. And hell, even if you so-called yourself want the best for your kids and you know you ain't it, get the kids to the man. It be done. Get the kids to the man and let that ride. If you truly into what's best for the kids. There's a lot of y'all done ruined 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids. Wow. This will be doing Project Leroy. He's standing up, said she can sing. It's a damn lie. Y'all wrong for that. I'm just saying, like, some of y'all done ruined, you know what I'm saying, too many kids to count, but still won't get the kids over to the man. Hell, he can't do no worse than what you've been doing. Your track record is trash. Let him take a crack at it. I'm just saying. So we can't talk about all this. You're saying black men need to build homes. The home's supposed to be built in as old people say, the roots was supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, playing it before you even start with the babies. That's on the woman. You the one got to carry the baby. So when you know what I'm saying, decided to, you know what I'm saying, do all what you was doing and you know what I'm saying, get it how you live, you was okay with the fact that you was gonna have to carry and raise this baby. What's the problem? That's the decision that you made because there's a lot of women that was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be bothered with that. But guess what? They ain't got no kids. Yeah, she was on the pole. Went to college and then got on the pole. What you said? What about when you want the best for your children, but she's subpar? That's what I'm saying. If she knows she's subpar and she claiming she want the best for her kids, then go ahead and get them kids to that man till you get yourself together. Or better yet, if you know you subpar, don't have no kids to start with. That's all I'm saying. But folks don't want to be honest. They don't want to be honest about what's going on. Yeah, all of them. K Michelle, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Sukiyana. Yeah, all of them. Nasty. Nasty on the pole, but men are they problem. Okay.
Like, you want a strong woman around you. And I'm sorry, like, Black women have just, that we get copied from hair to body to everything. Black women are the most unloved individuals in America, but the ones who have built.
The most mimicked.
Most mimicked. Good or bad mimic, you know? But we looking to you. We looking to you. A successful Black man, we are looking to you to change the narrative. And when you don't, it becomes, go on that show and tear his ass up.
Mm-hmm. I receive that. And nothing but a white flag.
So Cam don't give no dams. Cam don't.
But if we're going to have this conversation, how we need to have this conversation, just like you're holding me accountable.
Hold me accountable.
I need Black women to hold themselves.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Because that's where it's, tear his ass. But then I got my brothers, it's like, keep it real. Not here. The point that I was making earlier was when me and Jazz was dating, one of the most memorable conversations that we had was...
Whoa. Did he just say when me and Jazz was dating? So she on baby number 2. What y'all not dating no more? What we call it now? She just done gone straight to y'all from we dating to now we just straight into she baby mama. So y'all don't date no more because she pregnant. Again. Cam, what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Oh, right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, him and Jazz. Yeah, when they was dating, but she pregnant with baby number 2. I'll be confused. So I'm just saying, what we calling it now, Cam? What you say? No man wants a strong, masculine woman. We want soft, feminine, friendly, submissive, traditional, respect me, cooperative, and follows my lead type of women, not that other shit. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta speak on this though real quick, Eric. I get what you're saying, and you know what I'm saying, it's not the first time I've heard that. If that's what y'all want, and you hold a frame, you're not selling for anything less, where these babies keep coming from? Where these papooses is coming from? Like what you say it's called shacking up or cohabitating? Okay, cool. I'm just saying, y'all keep saying that, but we keep seeing this foolishness. So when is what we got on the screen gonna match what's actually going on? Is my question. Mm. I just need to know. What y'all saying and what I'm seeing ain't really, they ain't quite matching up. Good grief. Yeah, my eyes watering. What? Yeah, Pookie and Pookisha. But see, it's a lot of these Pookies and Pookishas out here speaking for the rest of y'all. They doing a lot of talking for the masses. That's all I'm saying.
My heart goes out to Kia.
Yeah.
That's what she told me.
But that's real,
What's
right?
going on,
It's
Uncle
real,
Rick?
right?
Okay.
But here it goes. You seen Friday After Next.
Uh-huh.
You're like, you don't know Baby D. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's the little boy in me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And stay with me. And I'm like, you don't know Kia. Keep her name out your mouth.
Okay.
I was in defense mode. As we kept dating, she said it again. And she would say it regularly. She's like, man, my heart goes out to Kia.
See?
And this is after she met Lorena. She was like, yo, like, man, Lorena cool, though. I can see what you saw. And that's cool. And we've had multiple interactions. And like, she knows what my expectations for setting standards and boundaries for everybody. She just knows the type of individual that I am.
Wait a minute, what?
And knowing that, my date history was when I did not understand what came with the success. I wanted it all. Hear this. I grew up in the church.
Okay.
My father's a preacher. My parents have been together for 39 years.
Ooh. Okay.
So I know what right from wrong is, or what that structure looks like. I just didn't choose it. I just didn't choose right. Mm-hmm. Not to say that at the journey, as the journey was happening, I wasn't trying to make that right with my situation.
Yeah.
At the time. Kia, that I'm saying.
Okay.
So
The first baby.
the first baby mother.
Okay.
Because, man, we caught like COVID in 2020. I mean, inseparable. Just, man.
That's the best way.
You feel me? Like, bro, we jumped off the porch and was just like inseparable.
Okay, so why
and
you
then
get up,
that's where
man?
she was like, I can't stay with you because I gotta go take care of my daughter. I was like, man, look, we gonna make this a family. That was my pursuit then because I come from that.
Yeah.
Stay with me. I come from that.
So you wanted that because that's what you saw.
I've always wanted that. Still to this day,
Well, how
I
you so
want
far off course?
family. I believe in family. I don't have no friends. I made this a public service announcement. I don't have friends. I have family.
Okay.
Straight up. And if my daddy got your number, you're no longer a friend to me.
Your family.
Your family.
Yeah.
Because even with that, that's the most influential man in my life. That's the most influential person in my life. So if he gives the
Cecil has
hat
done
tip
you a
to-
major disservice,
then
sir.
that's my gatekeeper. If my mother also does that,
Yeah.
then cool. So for me, I've always wanted that.
That's what you want.
Because that's where I came from.
Okay.
Now, if we're keeping it about accountability,
All right.
I know what a woman is supposed to be. That's not to throw no shade. That's not to say that she wasn't that. I would resort both parties being immature and wanting the title more than the actual nuances of what it actually takes to be a healthy relationship.
Can I
or
ask
to
you
build.
this?
Yes.
What are your beliefs to what a woman is supposed to be?
Because you
For
on
you.
the third
For me.
baby mama.
Now,
channel.
this
We
may not be
doing
everybody's expectations. These are my expectations.
Uh-huh.
I want the woman who I have in my life to make my house
that part
a
right
home,
there.
Okay.
a safe environment, a loving
What does
environment,
that mean,
understanding
ma'am?
just the totality of this ain't for the kid. Hey, grown folks talking. Y'all go downstairs or y'all go upstairs or y'all get out of here. We talking.
Okay.
Certain things should not take place in front of certain individuals.
In front of kids.
So that's not, and I hate to have this conversation because it makes it seem as if Kia wasn't that, because that's not the case.
No, you're not saying that. You're just telling your experience.
I'm saying my
messed that
experience.
up.
What
Don't
I will
let
resort
him-
to that, in large part to me, I was young, successful, and I did not know what came with success. Because the person who is still the most influential person in my life could not relate to me no more. And now I'm here to figure out this thing called life with the young nigga from Atlanta that got money, that got clout, that got status, and got it all. So my dad, like, he would have these sermons and it would be so awkward. But you know, when you ever been to church and you be like, man, he talking to me. He would make it
feel
so
hot
intentional.
tail in the church.
He would say, no, you know what?
Uh-huh.
Cam, come on down. That's who my dad is. So when you talk about embarrassing, I don't know how to feel embarrassed. Because that's what my family do. We gonna put you on the front street.
Okay.
And he basically said, hey, we need to figure this out. Because I can't preach to the people.
Okay.
And my son is rebellion from my word.
I hear them. Fucked up,
Both sons
yeah.
are gonna.
So understand, I've always had that accountability. But for me, my immaturity was still too curious.
But that's real to even speak on your, your immaturity. And that's kind of why, I want to talk to you, because I'm like, your ultimate goal of what it is, because you are, you are so loved, in the community. And we want to see that, but we also want to see you do, what we want. But you also have to do you. But if something doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't pressure into anything that hasn't made you happy or isn't what you even feel. But I feel like, Cam, you have been so tough in media. You haven't even expressed that side for real of, this is really what I want. Or maybe it's been expressed and we just don't want to hear it. We want to hear what you say.
It's a lot of clickable things that people highlight more than others, because even having these conversations with my lady, it's like you get caught into the clickbait.
Yeah.
You ain't no different than everybody else. Did you watch the whole clip? Did you watch the whole episode?
Yeah.
Because for that one time that I said that, I made sure to back it up with, I love her to death.
But even if we're watching the whole clip, we do know people don't go with the truth. They go with what's most entertaining right now. So even with you backing it up, the initial clip still has the initial effects and the same hurt. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. You're right.
And honestly, like your vibe, your team, everybody here, it's a different vibe. It's a very cool vibe. I know when I'm around devils. I know.
You know when you're around some sinners?
Yes, I know. And that's not the situation here. And I'm the person you can talk to. I'm never going to judge you about anything, but I'm going to always talk to you 100.
And if you change that, then that's why I would take offense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, I've been extremely adamant to pursuing what makes me happy.
And you got to be happy.
Oh, for sure. But to sometimes, success don't bring happiness.
No, it doesn't.
Circumstances.
I was happy as a stripper.
Come on now. But circumstances bring happiness. If you really think about it, it's like my circumstance now makes me happy. Money don't make you happy.
Yeah.
Things don't make you happy. Accomplishments don't make you happy. Your circumstances, the state of mind of like just, Now, as we talk about, relationships, and we're talking about just accountability on the female side, I think during that time, still being in a relationship, I was outside. Now,
are you happy?
Yeah.
Are you happy in life first?
Because I went back. You're talking about currently. I'm still back. I'm trying to tell a story, but I'm extremely happy now. But back then, I was outside. So I got everybody's best.
Okay.
But where you want to go? It's done.
Okay.
Not knowing the effects or the collateral damage it would do to my relationship.
Yeah.
Because everybody's different. Everybody has certain processes that they go about. Certain things that matter to you may not matter to this particular person.
Yeah.
And one of those things that, the situation, just check in with me. When you don't check in, I know you on BS.
Check in how?
Everybody's check-in is different. It could be a text. It could be a FaceTime. It could be a phone call. It could be...
That's how you are in a relationship. You need to check in.
No. The person, whoever you're dating, what their requirements are, is what deems that check. It may not even be a check-in. Just let me know that you're safe. Or some people can go days or hours without speaking. And that's y'all's...
That's you?
No.
You like the...
I'm from the South. Smothered, covered, cut, chunked. All in it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So my situation was like, yo, you're not checking in. I know you on demon time. I know. And there was times where it wasn't what was being said. It was how it was being said. Granted, my immaturity, my ego was so big that we was having conversations like, man, bro, it's hard. It's hard. I'm 24, 23 years old. You
gotta learn. You don't know.
I gotta learn. You see what I'm saying? But I know, but part of me is Curious George.
I was Curious George.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
I'm saying I was hell. And I probably can get away with my hell more than you, because being a woman, let's be honest, women, y'all gonna be mad at me today about this. But women are the best cheaters. And women can get away with way more.
Okay,
so take this out.
I'm being honest.
No, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
When you're the man that she is cheating on with, you see a whole different side of it.
You been cheated on?
No.
I'm asking, have you been cheated?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have. Currently, no. But when she's in a relationship, and she cheating on you with him, for him, shh. Hey, I'm coming back. We gotta say, hold on, we gotta get the reservations right now. I'm coming back. I'm the best side nigga ever.
Oh. Boyfriend number 2.
Man, I'm just a organ donor. That is it.
Not an organ donor.
Listen, I just recently went to a horse race. I'm a stallion. And I get to make, that's
but
how.
Did that affect you, being an organ donor?
Yes.
Men can say it.
Yes, it did though.
It did.
No. But this is the kicker. Your boots tied up?
Well.
When you do it to the popping ones that are publicly in a relationship.
Y'all can't take it.
I say, publicly. You.
Ain't nothing like denying a rich popping nigga.
No.
Baby, it's the best feeling. You can straighten your wig. When you deny a rich popping nigga.
It flew over your head.
No, it didn't. I wanted to stick where I was at. Because I wanted to say that.
Now I want you to feel this.
Okay, let me feel it.
When a relationship is public with 2 popping people.
Okay.
And she is cheating on him privately with you.
Ooh.
That make you look at a whole side of a woman and say like,
what it make you do? What it make you feel like? What?
y'all ain't what y'all.
But men do it all the time.
For sure.
But it is different for y'all. It is extreme.
You want to know?
Yeah, it is lay out, fall out, and die. But guess what? Y'all do it every single day.
But you know,
You just say
what's the difference?
What is the difference?
At least we tell y'all.
Y'all tell. Y'all get caught.
At least.
What do you mean a woman's going to tell you before you tell a woman? Y'all get caught.
Because when you're talking
Y'all
about, and I
not
receive
cheaters.
this.
Y'all not good.
I receive this. When you say
y'all tell.
we demonize women. Yes, we do. Black men have been guilty of this for far too long.
Okay.
Demonizing women.
Okay.
I got hoes. Man, I got them all lined up.
Different area code.
So you did.
Okay.
But the deceit in a woman doesn't make it any better. Because, like I said, just because you don't know, that don't mean it's not bad.
Ooh, that's real.
I'm trying to tell you. So when you see this happening, and you be like, oh. But you get a DM on Vanish Mode before it was Vanish Mode, they used to just unsend it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Come on now.
That's crazy to take it from a perspective from a well-off, handsome, successful man to see the women that will cheat with you to get with you and do their men like that. That has to affect you in a certain way. Like, you have to look at this woman and be like, dang, she did him like that, she'll do me like that. But we never talk about that.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm being 100. We never talk about how men feel. You cheating with a man.
I experienced that too many times.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But no one think about that. Like, when a woman cheats with a man and she really want to be with that man and all of that, that man is looking like, well, heck, you cheated on the man that you got. You're going to do me the same way. And men take things differently. I will give you that. I will give you that.
So while I'm juggling the outside me, the wholesome me is still trying to create. And that's what I apologize for. Because I should not have decided or strung along the casualty. And I want this, just give me time, just give me great, like I'm outside, like blah, 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 blah. But we was not having healthy discussion.
Were you telling these women that they were going to be your end all be all?
Never.
Ooh, you never told them that?
Never.
But look.
No, I told the one I was with, I want to be with you.
Okay.
Because I did want to be with her. The other situations was just a byproduct of a nigga from Atlanta.
Here. At the time when needed.
A nigga from Atlanta. Oh, I could put the nouns and verbs together.
Not a nigga from Atlanta.
Oh, I got game, baby. Oh, I got game. It ain't, listen
The
here.
best game is no game.
No, that's to you. The best game is to be able to have it, act on it, and slander it.
The burden of truth.
And pound cake it. That's how us men talk.
The burden of truth. See, what men do nowadays is the burden of truth. What they do, they go and they tell you, oh, I got this woman, I'm not doing this. And it's always said, you don't have to lie to a woman because she's going to lie to herself. If she really wants you. You don't have to lie to a woman because she's going to lie to herself to be with you. So the burden of truth thing that's going on right now saying, oh, you tell them exactly what it is. That way it's off of you and the burden of truth is on them. Even if your actions are showing them that they are making them feel like they are number one, you've already told them what it is, right?
Still on it.
Burden of truth. That is a piece of game and things that are going on right now. So I'm old school. Old school is always said, the best game is no game. And it's kind of like the burden of truth, saying what it is.
I see what you're saying. It's no game because you're just honest.
Yeah, just tell you what it is.
I always stood on that merit, though. And that's, so when you, well, I will label it game. It's not a game, I'm just being me. It's like, you got a girl? Yes, I do. But tonight, why are you worried?
You right here,
why are you worried about something that you really don't even care about?
You know all those women think they can change you, right?
Listen here, I'm a dollar bill, baby. You can't make change.
But you do know that these women, when women get into situations, they feel like, I always say this, whole song, I always say, what makes you think that your hot pocket is different from anyone else? Women always think they can change and structure a man. If you look me dead in my eyes right now, and if I was trying to get with you, and you say, you know what, I got this going on and I'm not this. There is this power, this woman, this thing in a woman to feel like, no, not for me. You're going to change. So then that's where I get torn. If a man told you, and it's this woman thing in them that feels like they're going to be swept off of their feet and they're going to be different, you know? So it's the responsibility on the man to know that that is in that woman's nature, or is the responsibility in what he's already told the woman?
I think it's subjective to each situation. I
How
think
is that subjective?
if we're holding men accountable, I think there's a lot of guys that's out here that's lying.
Okay.
To just get it. Man, I'll tell a girl anything just to get a pussy.
They ain't even got a lot no more.
Yeah, for sure. But for me, and I'm not trying to big myself up, because I just wish that the state of mind that I am in now, I feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying?
I love that for you.
It's like, I can look on the menu, I just can't order it. I can appreciate a nice looking female. You know, oh, she fly. There go a bug. That's our relationship, me and my lady. There was so much that I had to grow from the first instance that even when we have our interactions now, because I see her often, and every time there's things that she doesn't get to appreciate because I'm changed. Still have some of the charisma. That's never gonna change. But to understand, like, bro, what y'all about to get into? I'm good, bro. Now, the thing that I didn't appreciate what you were saying is a lot of the descriptions or the depictions of the man that you were saying, from going home at 5 to staying at home. How can we get back to that? Like, I never was an outside person.
So you're at home a lot?
No, all the time. I'm an introvert.
Okay.
I'm an introvert. Going back to smothered, covered, and chunk, I like to be by myself, but never alone.
Oh, that's me.
You know what I'm saying? I need you to be in the vicinity.
Yeah,
but
that's not in the room with me right now, but you need to be in the house.
Hey, yeah.
Got
Oh,
it.
okay. All right, bet.
Okay.
We can. That's a love language to be understood. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of me has a goldfish type of mentality. Just make sure my area clean. And
yes.
But I want to be by myself. You feel me? I need that for my creative thought process, and then just the load management of just day-to-day stuff. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that I can relate to you, but as you were holding me accountable, I would say that I receive it.
Thank you.
And also that a lot of my thoughts and actions was immature. I now am on this journey to merge my relationship with women through the media.
What the hell?
Because any woman who knows me, any female who knows me, they already know what I stand. Look, dog, you're not gonna disrespect nothing around me.
And I would tell you, like, because media, like I said, they're gonna always have a problem with what you do. And I would tell you, you know, as a friend and coming through that, you know, you do this. Like, you can't appease media and do all of this and that. But, you know, I'm sitting here talking to you as, you know, a friend.
Yeah.
And I get you saying you want to try to figure that out, even, you know, for just Black women. That's where I'm standing right now, but I'm also standing in being human.
Oh, yeah.
And you've expressed that you are human. And you've taken full accountability for being human. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. So I'm not here to judge you being human either way, but I did really want to talk to you coming from a woman who's made a career and life off of writing the emotions and feels of women all over the world. You know, I just wanted to say that it's not that they are angry with you or hate you. They just, you know, they just want to see our men do something different from the narrative that has been placed on us. But even in there being a different narrative, you still got to live your life too.
And be happy.
And be happy. And I'm never for taking a person's happiness away from them. And just even talking to you, you know, I get a different perspective. And I don't want to sit here like the judge and juror, but yeah, when I said I was doing this show and I came on, all the women that I know was like, oh, you need to ask him. Oh, yes, thank God you're going on there. You need to talk to him.
But in retrospect, not a lot of women, I would say Dr. Bryant, you know, she probably...
That was intense, right?
It was, but it was a lot of me.
Okay.
And
it's a lot of me for somebody who is not in a relationship.
I just hold a lot of relationship consultants to a standard where, like, how you gonna tell me about a relationship and you're not in a relationship?
You know what I can tell you? I can tell you what not to do. I can't fully tell you what to do. That's how I take on songwriting and perspective.
It was just that type of energy that I was like, hold on.
I get it.
So yeah,
I get it. So
still love
when I try to speak, I'm only gonna.
So hold up. So you were offended, Cam? You were offended by Dr. Bryant coming on there telling you was creating broken homes? I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you were. It's okay to admit. It's okay to admit. I mean, it was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. Oh, we gotta go back up here because what you say, Uncle Rick? About her home. He said, child. Yeah, child, yeah. Both of them, yeah. Both of them. Yep, they capping. They capping hard. They capping hard. I'm just trying to understand it. You claim, you're saying you had all this black male leadership and you saw all these, intact black families and all of this, but your first 90 days in college, you decided to get knocked up. Then after you graduate college, you decide you want to strip. And then you've had, according to you, 3 engagements, but you still ain't find your way down the altar. But you talking about black men need to create black families. How this working? I know I'm gonna have to. I ain't had time to watch it. It's supposed to be trying to work me. I need to check and see what Corey talking about. We might have to get into that. Child, this too much. This is way too much. She done got on here and she has not created one or acknowledged one lane for black women to take any responsibility for the state that things are in at the current moment. Not one. Everything been the black man fault. What he need to do, what he should have done. You know what I'm saying? 5 decades ago, what he need to do in the future, and I'm gonna tell you about what black men need to do, but keep in mind it's only for the successful black men. Like, how subjective is that? Y'all, this is some foolishness. What you say? And Cam, you said Cam up there had the guidance. Yeah, talking about my daddy called me out to the front of the church. Listen, he couldn't have, I'm just saying, Cecil, that's his daddy. He couldn't have had that much pull. You done pull this bullshit, Cam. Like, for real, for real. He couldn't have had that much pull. Because like I said, you wasn't never in love with baby mama number 2. That was one night stand gone wrong. Child, I'm tired of the sisterhood. I'm over it. I do not have any intentions. Don't offer me. I don't have any intentions of applying. Don't offer me membership. I don't want to know what a lodge is. I'm not coming to the meeting. Like, I don't want nothing to do with the sisterhood because this is nonsense. It's nonsense. It's nonsense, y'all. Mm-mm. Okay. This gonna be a good spot, y'all, because it still got about an hour to go. Oh, who is this? I heard popping. Okay, who is Jasmine? Hold on. Hello. Show your face. Okay, you playing. We ain't got no time. We ain't got no time for foolishness. See the goofball action. We ain't doing none of that. Yeah, I don't want no membership. Don't call me. Talk about the meeting finna pop off. I don't need directions. I don't need the invitation. Don't send me no text message. Don't send me no blast email. Don't send me nothing. Don't send me nothing. I don't want no parts of that. Cause if I show up, the meeting, it's gonna be a meeting in the ladies' room, but it's gonna be a different kind of meeting, one that you ain't anticipate. So we gonna leave that alone. Right. Exactly. Block. Yeah, we not mm-mm. Mm-mm. We ain't doing it. Not at all. All right, y'all. It is 1:45. We've been on here for a little bit, well, about 2 hours. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. We're gonna pick this up because it looks like the next part they're gonna start talking about is how to establish boundaries in your relationship. And I think we gonna need a fresh set of resolve to get through that. Because like I said, it's a little bit more. There's a little over an hour left in this. But we're gonna pick this up for part 2. Hold on. Child, they ain't sponsoring no New Edition concert because that brings uh uh joy to black men. Child, black men be at the New Edition concert party and they ass off. Trust me, I know because I be in there with them. So yeah, no, anything that's bringing any peace and tranquility and joy to black men, the sisterhood don't want nothing to do with that or anybody who is in support of that. So yeah, they don't want me coming. Mm-mm. Yeah, they don't want me. They don't want me show up over there. Um, not at all. They do not want me coming through. Um, but yeah, child, the sisterhood every day, just the level of dedication to the foolishness and the fuckery, just it's just astounding. Like the it's like I just ain't never seen uh hell, we're gonna call them a coalition that is run off sheer hate. Like the sisterhood, that is just sheer hate for men. I can't even say it's just black men. From what I'm saying, it's men. Period. They don't want to hear nothing about no man. Now they want to hear all about Pookie and Quantavius and you know what I'm saying, simp ass Greg. They all for them. You know what I'm saying? All T.S. Madison types, all them type of cats. They love them. But when the man show up and they got some testosterone and the masculinity is on point, because I'm just trying to tell y'all, it ain't nothing like being around some masculinity and some testosterone. Oh Jesus. When you been around that, I'm telling you, you can't settle for nothing less. Just the sheer lack of it, it just upset your spirit. Listen, it's something. I can't even explain it. It's something about that damn testosterone, that masculine, that Jesus. It ain't nothing like it. That's all I'm saying. Ain't nothing like it. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go reminisce about the masculinity or bask in my memories. What'd you say? It does. The fact, Uncle Rick, it will make we be looking at the deficient ones like, ew, ew. That's how we be looking. Yeah, nah, I'm good. What you said? The Bible says, test the spirit behind what you're saying. Hey, listen, ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like being around for masculinity. That's gonna change your life. Oh, jeez. I'm a yeah. Oh, jeez. Ain't nothing like it. I don't even know how to describe it. It it just it's like it's like eating 4 gummies and taking 5 shots, and you just be everything be right with the world. You just be mellow, like ain't nothing gonna phase you. Nothing. He's like, that's what I've been. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like you're saying, all the way straight, all the way straight. Child, I'm telling you, you just be like, Like women, it's like you know what I'm saying, like when you come home from work and the first thing you do is take your bra off. It's like that. And your shoes. Or men, you're saying that first, you're saying swig, you take off that bottle of beer. Listen, yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Child, life hard. Once you had it, life is hard without it. I'm just saying. That's what be wrong sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I'm saying, being without that masculinity for too long. That part, Uncle Rick, like like you just be like, oh yeah, like your back itching and you finally get to the spot. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I guess listen, y'all. Mm, I miss it. I ain't gonna lie, I miss it. I'm working on getting it back, but I miss it. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. On that note, I'm gonna go devise my plan to uh bring the masculinity back into my life. I'm ready to go devise my plan to bring it back. You know what, MC? What's going on? I, mm, nah, nah, cause down, yeah, nah, I'm good. Mm-mm. Cause then I'm gonna go from one extreme to the mess around and get sad at some point, and yeah, I don't feel like crying. I'm I'm gonna drink the rest of this water and devise my plan to get my life together. What you say? Yeah, I ain't done that before. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Sometimes it just be necessary. Like you just got to. What you say? It's different over here. Yeah, y'all. I gotta Yeah, I got a few wrongs. I got to right. Get this masculinity back over here where it need to be. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull it together though. It's gonna be all right. All right, y'all. Like I said, we gonna stop right here because we are approaching the 1 o'clock hour. What you say? You tell your wife what? I told my wife once you give in, you will be just too happy. Hey, I can dig it. I mean, like, but that's the thing, though, Rick. You know what I'm saying? You proved, you know what I'm saying, you demonstrated you were a man, you know what I'm saying, that she could, you know what I'm saying, be comfortable enough to do that with. You know how many, you know what I'm saying, how many males we got out here that be, you know what I'm saying, preaching the same stuff, and then when it's time to, you know, yeah, they never prove that they that dude. They never prove they that dude. What you say? Make that German chocolate cake on child. Yo, he on some carnivore, no sugar type of time. So yeah, child. Mm, yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you stopping by and all your support. All right, y'all. Because the rain done hit, so I'm sure the internet gonna jump out in a minute. That's how we seem to do around here. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through and hanging out. Like I said, we're gonna finish this up. So make sure you got your notifications on. Hit the like button if you have not. Um, MC, did you ever get back to that song for me? If you did, you know what I'm saying? If you did, whenever you know what I'm saying, can get that to me, that's cool. If you haven't, then whenever you get to it, that's fine too. Just let me know. Hit me up on the email. Um, but yeah, we gonna come back to this, and then I got something else we got to talk about because like in the quote unquote manosphere, they've been having a good time with the Father's Day and this and a couple other things. Um, but yeah, y'all get some rest. We're gonna finish this up, so make sure you got your notifications on. I love y'all. I appreciate all of the support. Y'all get some rest. Tell your people you love them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep pouring into your relationships, and I'm gonna get my situation back on track and join the club. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Well, later on today, rather, because it's already past the midnight hour here on the East Coast. I will see y'all tomorrow. So until then, Take care and be safe. Bye.